All right, this next technique, as with so many of them, the masters didn't give us a name for it. I just call it the hand name, the hand technique. But normally what we call it's the grab and stab, because again, I'm not actually all that much more imaginative than the masters were when it comes to name techniques. So from here on, we're moving into the next section of plays in which we demonstrate counters to the Unterstich. And this is the simplest of all of them. Now, simple doesn't necessarily mean easy, and we talk about that a lot. But in this technique, we're going to do something which I personally find anathema. And that is, we're going to grab a striking hand mid-stroke one-handed. I don't think I would ever try that in a real fight. However, it's in the books. We do what's in the books. So we're going to try and make the very best of it we can. So my job here, my goal here, is to strike down and grab his wrist to prevent his attack while I attack him. Now, there are a couple subtleties that make this work better. And here's what I often see. When someone stabs, someone will reach out and try and grab the hand, right? There are several reasons this is flawed. The first reason is that they push in like this, and frequently the thumb goes right off because it's weak, right? And you are directly opposing his angle of attack. You are directly in his vector of force, if you see what I mean. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to form a Y with the web of the hand and strike it down so we meet his vector of force at an angle. And as I do it, I step in. Because here's the thing. The human body, when it makes an attack like this, is weak here and strong here. Obviously, it gets a momentum going. It drives in. So I want to meet it back. Now, one of the biggest mistakes people make in fights of any kind, whether it's fists or knives or whatever, is that they constantly dance out of each other's range. It may be counterintuitive, but in many cases, the best thing to do, I would say 90% of the cases, unless you're using a ranged weapon and you're increasing measure to get into a position where you can hit and he can't, Silver's so-called perfect place, it is almost always better to move into an attack. So, as he attacks, I'm going to drive my hand forward and down. And instead of turning my hand like this, I'm going to meet it this way, so that the whole Y of my hand strikes down over his wrist at once, and I'm not likely to slip off over my thumb. See it? Now, I want you to notice something, that when I do that, look where Joseph's right hand is, as I was, left hand, okay? I am incredibly vulnerable to an attack. So this is not a 1-2 motion. It's not 1, 2. See it? I am attacking and displacing at the same time. And that's what this technique's about. Let's do it on the other side. It's very simple, but as von Clausewitz said, in war everything is simple, but the simple things are very hard. Now, another thing is, roll your sleeve up. I want to be clear where I'm aiming. If I do this as Joseph comes in, I am now vulnerable to the edge of his knife, whether there, or he picks up and slices my arm, or something. So I'm actually striking right there, okay? My hand is coming down just like that, because this gives me the most control that I can possibly get. So watch it without his sleeve. Okay? Let's give that a try.